what I always tell people who come here, whatever you budget, put a third on top of it. Because if you don't spend it, you can take it home. And there's nothing worse than I've seen it happen. Guys, they've got 3 days left of their holiday and they run out of money.
I'm with you. So can we just break down a few prices for the people watching here right now? My rent, I pay 10,000 baht per month. Pool, gym, sauna, beautiful surroundings, palm trees, wonderful.
How many square meters is that?
It is 2 rooms, so there is a bedroom.
It's
not Arcadia.
Yeah, it's probably going to be about 32 square meters. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what you just want to know general prices of apartments, or
so you can get apartments for 5,000-6,000 baht, can't you? A month.
Again, okay, this is something where I recently made a video about. There's a lot of younger guys on TikTok. Okay, they're like 25, and it's funny you asking me this because I've literally just made a video about these guys who say, "Hey, I live in Thailand. I'm £500 a month, and I go out partying every night, and I'm going with, girls to the bar," and it's absolutely BS. That was the whole point of that video. But in answer to your question about accommodation, it depends where you are. Obviously, I live in the centre of Bangkok, near Sukhumvit. I've got a great deal on a 51 square metre apartment, which is costing me 21,000. It should be about 25,000. If you go and live up in the sticks in Isan, 5,000 a month, you'll get something okay. I won't say nice. I wouldn't say no.
That's about what, 150 pounds?
Yeah. I mean, it is possible to live cheap here.
Yeah.
But you're going to live pretty much like a local. You're not going to be going out eating steaks every night of the week. But on the other hand, you wouldn't have to eat on a food cart every night. I know guys who live out here on a state pension from the UK, and that's only about £900 a month. But very doable. But you're not going to live like a king. This is what I keep trying to tell people.
So rent, we're looking at 200 on average, just average.
You've got to take it city by city. I would say to get something half decent in Bangkok, if you want a 1-bedroom apartment, Silom, Sukhumvit, that kind of area, you're looking at about 25,000 baht a month. If you don't mind roughing it a little bit, not so nice, maybe 20, 18. I'm sure guys will leave comments saying I live in a 12,000 baht a month. And again, it depends whereabouts in Bangkok, the further out you are. But we've got terrific BTS and the MRT. So Pattaya obviously is cheaper because it just is. The price you've just given for your condo, if it's 32 square meters, I'm guessing in Bangkok that would be about 18-20 again. So as far as prices go, it all depends on location.
Yeah. Food.
Again, it's one of those, it's just people are so different. If you can eat nothing but Thai food off of the street, then it's not going to cost you a lot, is it?
60 baht.
Yeah, but most foreigners I know out here can't eat. See, this is something that happens to me, right? I'll go out and do a video. I'll find a really good fish and chip shop in the heart of Bangkok, and I can get cod and chips for 250 baht. And I'll make a video about it so that if anybody comes here for a month and they fancy fish and chips, they know there's a good place to go, right? But what happens is I get people leave comments saying, "Hey, you live in Thailand, why are you not eating Thai food?" And my standard answer to that is, if you live here full time, you can't eat Thai food for breakfast, lunch and dinner for the rest of your life. That's like saying to a Thai person who goes to London, you can never eat Thai food again, So as far as a budget for eating, again, it depends on the individual. I know guys out here, they just can't eat Thai food. It just doesn't, they have to have foreign food. They love Thailand, but they just don't do Thai food. So obviously they're spending more.
Yes. So there's a very wide range, isn't there?
Sure.
With spending. As you just mentioned it with your YouTube channel, and I'm sure anyone in the social media field, they get a lot of criticism and negative comments and stuff. How do you operate around that?
I've changed over the years. It used to really offend me because I'm quite sensitive. And what had happened is I'd make a video about something, nothing to do with bargoes or anything like that. It could be, as an example, a hotel room. Okay, so there's nothing to criticize really, and I'd get trolls who have got nothing better to do and send some real nasty comments, and we all get them, all YouTubers get them, okay, anybody on social media, and it used to upset me, I'll be honest with you. So I used to try and appease them. What I would do is I would write to them a nice long email explaining it, what I was trying to do, and maybe they'd taken it the wrong way. And you can't win because all they'll do is send you a 2-word reply like F off or something like that. And then I started blocking them. So I thought, everyone said, ignore them. You're only giving them a platform, just block them. And I started doing that. But then I started getting, as the channel grew, I started getting some real nasty stuff left. And so I started getting a bit nasty back, because it was winding me up. And then I had I've got some really good solid subscribers that have been with me from the beginning, 5 years. And these guys, you need support from the positive people sometimes. And these guys would write to me and say, look, Peter, you're getting yourself all twisted for these guys, and, you've just got to ignore them. And so I've gone back now to kind of just blocking them and deleting them. And the other thing I was making a mistake was, because they'd leave me a nasty message, it'd wind me up and I'd write something nasty back to them. Of course, somebody who's come to the channel for the first time, they're looking at all my replies thinking, this guy's a bit of a nasty character, I don't want to be subscribed to this channel, and you start losing subscribers, right? So what I do now, I try and delete and block, but I'm very, very careful. If it's a subscriber, I'll write to him and say, look, that was a bit strong, I don't think, and I'll try and keep him with the channel. If it's somebody I've never heard of before, he's not a subscriber, it's just delete, block, end of.
Does Thailand save men or ruin them?